just going to give it a minute and see if anyone comes on. Right, I'm going to start. I'm starting tonight's prayer circle with a song that means a lot to me. It's called The Great Return to Love by Malka Russell. I listened to this song on repeat during meditations for weeks, and every time the same vision came. It was me standing on a stage. It was dark. Everyone was holding up lighters, swaying side to side like a huge concert. All of us singing this song together in love. I felt so much love. It felt like me, the world, and we are all remembering who we are, returning back to love together. That vision is what inspired this circle, this space. So as the music plays, I invite you to close your eyes and feel yourself coming home.
This great return to love is a remembering of why we're alive. It's all we got, can't live without it. It's all that's real, no way around it. The truth I know, no doubt about it. It's all we got, can't live without it. It's all that's real, no way around it. The truth I know, no doubt about it. All comes back to love. All returns to love. We all go back to love. It's who you are.
Hello again. So I hope you enjoyed that song as much as I do. Thank you so much for being here with me. Tonight I'll be sharing something personal, my prayer and God story. how I went from feeling disconnected and unsure to finding God in ways I never expected. Before we do begin, I'd love for you to share in the comments what prayer means to you, who is God to you, and what does church represent in your life. So, a little background on God, church, and prayer for me. I didn't grow up much in churches. I didn't believe in God. As a child, I remember getting on my knees to pray, but in my little mind, when my prayers didn't come true, I decided God wasn't real. And really, I couldn't wrap my head around the idea of a man in the sky answering my prayers. I never could. I did make my first communion, and I went to church, usually with my grandparents or friends, but it was never consistent. I always felt out of place. The services made me very sleepy, and back then I didn't understand what any of it meant. I'm beginning to relearn it now on my own terms. When I was a teenager, I went to church with my best friend Heather. One of the ladies from her church would pick us up on Sunday, and we would jam out in her Jeep to God music. That's what I called it. I loved it. I'd go home and play it too, singing and dancing around my room. It made me feel so happy and so joyful. But when we got to church, the kids would go to Sunday school while the adults went to service. I did not like Sunday school. I felt scared and confused. I remember them talking about things like the Revelation, the rapture, the end of the world. They would tell us they're coming for us. They made it seem so scary, and I didn't understand what they were trying to teach us. To me, it all felt like fear. But what I did love about that Christian church, even though my family was Catholic, was that after Sunday school, we joined the adults to sing and play instruments together. I smiled so big, shaking my tambourine. It felt like pure joy, and that's why I kept going back. I remember watching the adults at the altar, on their knees, hands raised, praying, shaking, speaking a language I didn't understand. They told me it was speaking in tongues. I was so intrigued, but eventually I stopped going, and still I didn't believe in God. So what brought me home to God in prayer? In 2021, I went through a deep spiritual awakening. If you're new to that term, awakening to me is when you begin to see life different. When your eyes and your heart open in a whole new way. You start questioning everything you've been taught and begin remembering who you really are, beneath the pain, the roles, and the masks. It's not always easy, but it leads you back to your soul. My awakening began the moment I didn't even realize it was a prayer back then. I didn't believe. I looked up to my ceiling and said, there has to be more to life than this. I just posted on my Facebook page that story, so I won't go in detail here. But everything started to shift after that moment. I got on TikTok for the first time and started looking up videos on gentle parenting. That led me to a woman doing affirmations in the mirror with her daughter. So I clicked on the hashtag affirmation, and that led me to Law of Attraction, which then led me to the movie The Secret. And after watching that movie, I made lots of changes quickly. I stopped watching TV, I stopped listening to mainstream media, stopped listening to regular music, removed anything negative or news related from my algorithms. I started isolating, practicing yoga, started speaking affirmations. I began meditating at the altar I created with my crystals and meaningful items. That was before I even knew what an altar was. Then in 2022, during what I call a macro awakening, I found God. I still didn't quite know what that looked like. I didn't see a face, but I knew he was real. I felt the presence. I started seeing signs and synchronicities, and I just knew I had found him again. I called my grandma. She still goes to church every Sunday morning. I tried going back with her, but it wasn't what I hoped it would be or what I thought it would be. I remember sitting there thinking, my truth is so much deeper than what they're preaching. After 2 visits, I stopped going. But as I kept walking this path, I began to feel and know God not as a man in the sky, but as a powerful energy, as me, as you, as the universe, as the trees, the water, the sky, the moon, the stars, the sun, the earth, the animals, all of it. I came to see that we are all one, created from the same God source. And through this, I realized how powerful we are, especially when we come together in prayer as one love. I understand everyone has different beliefs, and I honor that. So you believe in whatever higher power feels true to you. I still love you, I still respect you. But this is my truth, and this is how I found God. I came home to myself, I came home to my power, and how the power of prayer was revealed to me. So let's talk about prayer. I had to unlearn so much about what prayer really is. Many of us were taught that God is watching and judging every move. If you don't follow the rules, you'll be punished. Prayer is something you do when you're desperate, guilty, or ashamed. Well, this creates a not enough energy. God, please fix me. God, please forgive me. God, please help me, I'm powerless. God, help me, I can't do this anymore. Been there. But that kind of prayer was rooted in shame, fear, and deep conditioning. In this shift, prayer became a dialogue with the divine. Not a request, but a recognition of what's already within. It becomes creative, embodied, and alive. You don't pray for love, you pray from love. You don't pray because you're broken, you pray because you're whole and remembering. It sounds like this. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for the clarity that's arriving. I trust what's meant for me will come. I already have everything I need. I'm simply aligning with it. You stop trying to earn God's love. You stop trying to fix your flaws. Instead, you live in prayer as a vibrational offering rooted in truth, gratitude, and abundance. And what I've learned about how prayer arrives. I used to think prayers would arrive just how I asked. Neatly wrapped, tied with a bow, placed at my feet. But over time, I've learned for me, prayer doesn't always come wrapped in light. Sometimes it comes through rock bottom. Through the days you wondered if you can go on. Through the moments of doubt and darkness. Through fear, through fire, through trembling, through transformation. Prayer arrives in the choice to make a big change. The courage to follow your intuition. The willingness to heal even when it feels impossible. The deconditioning from everything your life was built on. And what prayer looks like for me now, prayer is not begging. It's a way of life. When I cook, I sing and I pray over the food. Before I eat, I bless it. When I walk into the woods, I thank the land. I thank my ancestors. I offer my love. I give offerings to Mother Earth. I drum. I sing with the land, with the waters. I speak to the moon. I pray with my hands in the soil. I let the winds carry my gratitude. I thank the water before I drink it. I turn my thoughts into blessings and my footsteps into prayer. When I spend money, I thank God for the abundance. When I see someone struggling, I send them light. Even walking down the sidewalk, I bless the people I see. Am I perfect? No. Sometimes I forget, but I always come back. This is my practice, and this is my way. A living, breathing prayer. I'm still learning. So why I created this circle? I started this circle to raise the vibration of love, because everything is energy. When you carry judgment, anger, hate, resentment, that energy moves through you and through the world. It ripples out and lowers the collective frequency. But when we come together in love, when we lift each other up, When we pray as one, we're sending out healing waves. We raise the vibration of the world. That's why I'm here. That's why I pray. To ripple love and light into the world. To raise the frequency of this planet. Because if you want to change the world, you have to change you first. It begins with us. It begins with how we speak, how we love, how we remember, and how we pray. So I invite you to make one small change this week, something that can ripple love out into this world. If you feel called, whether you're here now or watching the replay, please comment on this video with one small or big change that you're making. So thank you for being here and listening. I believe stories are medicine, and I am so grateful to share mine with you. And just to add, I also do plan on doing in-person circles soon with prayer, sharing, singing, dancing, music, so stay tuned for that. So now on to our beautiful prayer. I'm going to first open our circle with the directions and the archangels. So I begin calling in the sacred. I call to the east, to the winds of change and the breath of new beginnings. I welcome Archangel Raphael, may healing flow. I call to the south, the fire of courage, the passion of purpose. I welcome Archangel Michael, may protection rise. I call to the west, to the waters of feeling, the power of release. I welcome Archangel Gabriel, may truth be spoken. I call to the north, to the wisdom of the earth and the guidance of the ancestors. I welcome Archangel Uriel, may I remember. I call above to the heavens, to source, to the infinite light of spirit. Surround me with love and protection. I call below to Mother Earth, Gaia, the womb that holds it all. Thank you for carrying me. Thank you for this breath. And I call within to the holy spark in my heart, to the God within me. I remember I am not separate. I remember I am the prayer. And so it is. So, before we begin the actual prayer, I'm going to do this prayer a little different tonight. I'm going to speak the words first, letting you receive them, and then I'll speak them again, and I invite you to repeat them out loud with me. So you can keep your eyes closed if that feels good for you. Just let the words move through your body like a remembering. Let it be a prayer you feel, not just one you say. So let's begin. I remember who I am. I remember who I am. I am not my pain. I am not my pain. I am not my past. I am not my past. I am breath. I am breath. I am life. I am life. I turn inward. I turn inward. The sacred is within me. The sacred is within me. In my heartbeat, in my heartbeat. In my tears, in my tears. In my joy, in my joy. In my stillness, in my stillness. I lay it down, I lay it down. I soften, I soften. I return to wholeness, I return to wholeness. I bless this earth, I bless this earth. I bless this life, bless this life. I walk with love, I walk with love. I speak with care, I speak with care. I send peace, I send peace. I open to truth. I open to truth. I open to healing. I open to healing. I open to love. I open to love. I open to God. I open to God. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I release the shame. I release the shame. I release the fear. I release the fear. I release the grief. I release the grief. I let go of what no longer serves. I let go of what no longer serves. I trust what's coming. I trust what's coming. I trust the unfolding. I trust the unfolding. My body is sacred. My body is sacred. My voice is sacred. My voice is sacred. My emotions are sacred. My emotions are sacred. My intuition is sacred. My intuition is sacred. I honor the seasons within me. I honor the seasons within me. I honor the God within me. I honor the God within me. I am the prayer. I am the prayer. I am the vessel. I am the vessel. I am the light. I am the light. I am the change. I am the change. I am one love. I am one love. May this prayer ripple out into the world. May this prayer ripple out into the world. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here tonight, for listening, for praying, for showing up with your heart. As we come to a close, I invite you to take a deep breath and just notice what you're feeling right now. We open this space together, and now with love and care, I'm going to begin to close our circle. I seal this prayer within us. The light is awake. The God in us is alive. And we carry this remembrance forward into our lives, into the world, into every breath. I release my connection below. Thank you, Great Mother, for holding me in your soil and your song. May I walk gently upon you. I release my connection to above. Thank you, Spirit Guides. May I trust your whispers and your timing. I release the east. Thank you, Archangel Raphael, for your healing light. I release the south. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for your courage and protection. I release the west. Thank you, Archangel Gabriel, for honoring my voice and emotion. I release the north. Thank you, Archangel Uriel, for your wisdom and strength. Whether you're here with me live or finding this later in stillness of your own time, this circle is complete. The prayer is alive. We remember who we are. We return to love, one light, one prayer, and so it is. Thank you. A few last things. If you loved what I'm doing and if this message speaks to your heart, I do ask that you please share my medicine. Your support helps ripple this love, truth, and healing into the world. And right now, I can't go live on my One Love Prayer Circle page for 60 days, and I also need 100 followers to go live. So if you feel called, please follow and help spread the word. It would mean the world to me. And also, if this spoke to something in you, and you ever want to talk more or share your own journey, please feel free to reach out. I truly love having these conversations, and it is a little funny doing it one-sided like this, but whether we speak or not, I hope you know you're not alone on this path back to love. So I'll see you same time next Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, keep your heart open and your prayers flowing. I love you all. Thank you.